Dad. 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 Hey, Dad. 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 Dad.
What?
Hi.
Real cute, Todd. Real cute.
Hey, Dad. 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 Dad.
What?
I want to be a YouTuber.
What does that even mean?
Well, I don't know.
Do you even know how to run a camera?
I don't know.
Do you know how to edit software?
I don't know.
Do you even know how to tell a story?
Okay.
Then are you sure you're ready to be a YouTuber?
Okay. Okay.
That's what I thought. Right now, this Christmas season, how often is that question being played out? That's a great thing to think about, especially even with birthdays or any other special occasions. What is going on with our youth is they're watching more and more YouTube channel and Facebook videos than ever before, and they want to be YouTube stars just like the people they're watching. So is this a good thing or a bad thing? Should you buy them equipment or should you not buy them equipment? Should you limit their time watching or not limit their time? What should a parent do? And I have some thoughts on that. So as I go about my day, I shall share my ideas on what I think you should do and the lessons to be learned. So let's get to the day. All right, so let's talk about why I think vlogging could be a great idea for them to do. Gotta find a good place to sit. All right, so you have somebody, one of your children is actually doing a lot on Musical.ly, or they're doing something with some of the other apps that are currently out there that are doing, like TikTok, and they're producing all this different content. You're looking at them thinking they're strange, but the fact is they're being creative. See, with all of the programs being limited in schools right now, arts in particular, a lot of times kids no longer are creative. They spend most of their time just playing video games or doing whatever they're doing. So why not allow them to use their creativity in another way? That's why I think vlogging is good. That's why I think making video content is good, because it allows them to use their creativity to tell a story. Now, there's some guidelines that need to be placed around that. And one, when they're asking you for a $1,000 camera, is it practical to buy them a $1,000 camera right away? No, I don't think so. The main point here is that they're going to find out right away that their famous YouTube person does a lot of work. One of the things they're going to notice is that in this world, there's a lot of failure. What I mean by that is they could spend hours creating some sort of content and nobody watches it. That's a failure of rejection. You'll find that out right away when you're looking at your viewership and finding out that nobody's even watching what you're doing. So how are they ever going to get to their 1,000 subscribers or to their 1,000,000 subscribers? And how are they going to get this recognition they think is getting ready to happen? But along this way, that failure aspect is going to allow them learn some very important life skills, especially in today's world. Let me explain. Okay, one of these life skills would be that of using your imagination to come up with creative content. We don't necessarily use our imaginations any longer. It's like we just kind of fall in line, and then a lot of us are just watching content being played on YouTube, not participating in the act of the actual creation. Why this is important is they're going to find out right away that as they're using their imagination to create the content, they're going to find out very quickly what people will watch and what they won't watch, and they're going to have to develop a style. Then they're going to have to grow a little bit of thick skin, because people are going to have opinions. So you take somebody that's just started this whole little vlogging world or creating videos so they can be like their famous YouTube person that they look up to, and they find out right away that others have opinions on what they're getting ready to do. I love that skill. That's a great life skill. Too many times now we're worried about cyberbullying and all these other things that are happening, but if they can grow some thick skin younger and you can monitor it and help them walk through this, think of how much better they're going to be later on instead of just sitting around playing video games. They're actually creating something that's going to be very powerful in the future. When I talk about future, there's a lot of future here. Right now, as we speak, all of the content that you're seeing produced currently is pretty much video. I mean, if you scroll through your Facebook feeds, what do you see? Video. If you go to your LinkedIn, what do you see? Video. The people that are creating content and learning how to tell the stories appropriately are the ones that are going to win in the future, because businesses don't know how to tell their story. So you take little Todd and you say, hey, little Todd, if he can learn this skill, think how much better equipped he's going to be in the future. He's going to have to learn how to edit video, how to tell a story, how to have an imagination to actually come up with the content in a creative way that other people will watch, not only just for businesses, just for self-promotion. I mean, even if he grows a following on a YouTube channel or an Instagram and he does it appropriately and you can monitor and help him navigate through this, think where he's going to be in the future. I think YouTube's a great place to start building an identity, working on that creative imagination, and he's gonna have to have some tenacity. So when, say, 6, 10, 20, 30 videos in, he creates this content, has to figure out who will watch this particular stuff or who won't, and then he has to adapt and overcome, and then he has to produce something new. I mean, there's a lot of tenacity that's gonna have to happen in that time frame. I find it absolutely an amazing tool if done appropriately under the supervision. Now you're thinking, Todd, do I really need to buy all this equipment? Let me help you out with that, kind of guide you what I think would be appropriate for a little Todd, a 10, 12-year-old, 13-year-old trying to navigate this world. And let me give you maybe some ground rules to start allowing them to tell their story. Shall we? Let's do that. All right, so let me give you some ground rules, some guidance, some direction on what you should do to help your young one navigate the YouTube world. See, I don't think it's appropriate to just go running out and giving someone that's 10, 11, 12, 13 a $1,000 camera setup. I think there's appropriate steps that they can actually walk through, that you can actually help them, guide them in a way that they can actually be productive. So let's talk about what I think would be appropriate. Not everyone wants to give their child some sort of fancy camera. So why don't you do this? Just look on Craigslist and find an old cell phone, whether it be Apple, whether it be Samsung. These have great cameras in them, and this is a great way to get them introduced to this. Now, I would not sign them up to have them cell phone working, because they actually have Wi-Fi components that are in it, and so they could actually upload videos straight from the cell phone. And since they're just using it as a camera, they can edit straight on the cell phone. What I mean by that is that you could invest in something called Power Director, which is an app that would actually go on the cell phone itself, and they could shoot the videos and edit the videos straight from the cell phone. Then with the Wi-Fi component, they could upload straight to the YouTube channel. Now you're not investing a lot, but you're equipping them to actually create content that people may watch, and it actually allows them. You might have to invest in a really nice microphone that's like $50 from Rode, and you might have to get a little tripod for this so they can use it to set it up and shoot their videos. But see, now they can be creative on what they want to do. They could do product reviews by opening different toys. They could do funny videos that they find amusing that they would like to do, but they're going to have to create their content to what fits them and what their goals are. And you can watch them develop this along the way. See, I think this is an appropriate way to go before you go and invest $1,000. And if they say, hey, you know, I really would like a nicer camera, well, great. Show me 30, 40 videos, whatever you want to set up, and we'll watch the progression of that, and I would be happy to find a way to get you better equipment. Now, if they want to do interviews and things like that, you'll have to make adjustments. If they want to play video games, you're going to have to figure out how to do screen share components and video record those and then upload them to YouTube. See, as the parent or as the adult that's influencing this child, you're going to have to learn along with them. And what better way to feed into them, I don't know, help them grow, than to help them see something different and grow with them. I think that's part of the journey in itself. This is how I think I would do it in today's world as we navigate My grandchildren, I have now 5 grandchildren, which is crazy to say. My oldest one, he has been in a couple of the videos and he's talked about wanting to do videos. He's not quite there yet because he's so young, but this is how I think I would navigate. I think YouTube and creating content for a young person is a great way to really build them up and allow them to use that creative muscle versus sitting around and taking and consuming content. Why don't you turn them into a content creator? Just with all the benefits, I think it would be awesome. Hope this video helped, especially with the holiday season and people having birthdays and this question coming up more and more. As I'm running around, running and gunning with a video camera, I have teenagers come up to me all the time and ask me if I'm a YouTuber. And then they ask for my channel. This is a way that I feel I can give back to you and help you as a parent, as a guardian, and help you understand where they're coming from. Because it is a challenging world, but it is a lot of fun, and it is very satisfying in a weird way, even if nobody watches. That being said, hope you enjoyed today's video. Hit the like button, hit subscribe. I'd love to have additional subscribers. I almost forgot. This is the question that I get asked the most. Can you make money on YouTube and Facebook? The answer is yes. Little Todd or your young one can make money on YouTube and Facebook. There are requirements that are needed, but more than likely, the unfortunate part is most will not make any money on YouTube and Facebook. I myself do make some, anywhere from $300 to, I think my highest month was $1,500 in a month. But it just really depends on your video content and it depends on the following and depends on the subscriber base. Do not depend on that. But if for some reason that your little one grows a subscriber base and has around 21,000 views per day from videos that they're doing, they could probably expect to make around $4,000 to $5,000 a month. So if you do the math, that's around 600,000 views per month to make about $4,000 to $5,000. Is it possible? Yes. Are there people making millions? Yes. Are the people that your young one is watching on YouTube making thousands of dollars? Probably so. But always look at the viewer count when you're looking at that. And if you're seeing views over 21,000 views per video, you can have an idea and a target in your head. But just to be clear, most people do not make money on YouTube and Facebook. There's your bonus. Now I'm out.